Hi, my name is Jospeh, WBO champion of the world, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
All right, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastic. So, for those of you who like to watch the ranking videos that I do each and every month, you would have noticed that this month of August, I haven't done any. And the reason being is that while the sanctioning bodies have released rankings, the heavyweight division hasn't moved. Okay, so their top 15 for their sanctioning bodies are exactly the same as previous because no top heavyweight fought in July. That's how bad it's been. But the WBO, they always release theirs towards the end of the month. And of course, this month, a couple of fighters have fought. So they've made some changes to their rankings. So anyway, I'm going to go through the new top 15 for the WBO. I'll point out all the changes that happened compared to the last time. See what fights happened. See what fights are coming up. And we'll have a bit of a nitter-natter about it. Anyway, if you are new to this channel, please make sure you are subscribed. It's great, it's brilliant, and it's free. How about that, eh? My treat. Anyway, so here's the top 15 for the WBO. The WBO Super Heavyweight World Champion is Oleksandr Usyk. The WBO Interim World Heavyweight Champion is Zhilei Zhang. Number 1, Anthony Joshua. Number 2, Andy Ruiz Jr. Number 3, Frank Sanchez. Number 4, Deontay Wilder. Number 5, Jared Anderson. Number 6, Joseph Parker. Number 7, Joyce. Number 8, Dubois. Number 9, Otto Wallin. Number 10, David Adley. Number 11, Filip Hrgović. Number 12, Ajit Kabayel. Number 13, Arsen Makhmudov. Number 14, Jermaine Franklin. And number 15, Justice Huni. So that's the top 15 from the WBO. Dropped out this month, Dempsey McKean. Now, Dempsey McKean, he got stopped in the final round against Filip Hrgović in a fight where I thought that considering that Dempsey McKean, this was his first real major step up in a 12-round fight, in a serious fight, he'd done quite well, I felt. But either way, officially he lost and he got dropped. A little harsh, isn't it? Anyway, it is what it is. But of course, the victor, number 11, Filip Hrgović. So he moves up by 2 positions. For me, it's a bit of a wasted ranking to have Filip Hrgović in here because we know he's going down the IBF route. He's up next for the Usyk Dubois winner. That's already been ordered. So it is a bit of a waste of a ranking for the WBO as he is IBF mandatory. So anyway, it is what it is. Fresh insert this month, by the way, is number 14, Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin, he fought, 2-3 weeks ago, I think it was, on a matchroom card. He got the win there. He looked decent enough, I suppose. And now he's inserted into the top 15 of the WBO. So he's now number 14. Number 1, Anthony Joshua. Of course, he defeated Robert Helenius by a 7th round knockout. And he moved up from number 2 to number 1. And I can probably put that down to the fact that, firstly, he is former WBO World Heavyweight Champion. And Andy Ruiz Jr. just hasn't fought. He hasn't fought in a long old time since he defeated Luis Ortiz. So he's leapfrogged Andy Ruiz Jr. Now, of course, we are still waiting to see what's going to happen for Anthony Joshua's next move. Is he going to fight Deontay Wilder immediately next? Is he going to have another interim fight, if you like? We'll have to wait and see. But either way, he's number 1. Now, the WBO interim world heavyweight champion, Zhilei Zhang, of course, he's going to be having that rematch with Joyce, which isn't too far away now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in that fight. I am picking Joyce to win. But Zhilei Zhang, of course, he looked very good last time. He figured out Joyce real quick. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. Joyce is ranked number 7 in these particular rankings. Coming up this weekend, on Saturday, will be number 5, Jared Anderson. He's going to be taking on Rudenko. Not a fight that I feel that is great, but the fact that it wasn't so long ago when he fought Charles Martin, and the fact that it was 6 weeks later, he's fighting again. That's what prospects should be doing, fighting regularly. So as much as I don't particularly like the opponent for him, considering that he has had 15 fights, but still, it's okay. It keeps him busy. But of course, when he's mentioning other names, and Bob Arum is mentioning other names that Jared Anderson could be fighting, this guy not exactly going to get the old juices flowing, is it? Number 8, Dubois. He's got his shot at the big time this weekend in Poland when he takes on the unified heavyweight world champion Oleksandr Usyk. Can Dubois pull off what many will call an upset? I mean, I don't really consider heavyweight boxing, when things happen, so much as an upset, because we know they are big old units, and if they hit you clean, you're going to go. Now, I certainly wouldn't favour Dubois to beat Usyk on points. Never say never, but it's very, very unlikely. So if Dubois is going to win, it's probably going to be by knockout. But a lot of people don't even give him that chance. Heavyweight division, man, you know, one punch can and does change everything. No other fights have been made. I mean, is Deontay Wilder number 4? Is he going to have a fight before he fights Anthony Joshua? Is he going to fight Anthony Joshua? Is he going to duck him again? We don't know. But will he fight again? We know that the WBC pulled the plug on Wilder versus Ruiz for WBC mandatory, even though that was called back in, was it November of last year? So we're not too far away from a year in, and it's only now the WBC have decided to act, and I'm going to guess because they got the PBC's permission to pull the plug on it because the fight weren't going to happen. Why is the fight not happening? Who knows? Number 9, Otto Wallin. Well, he's going to be fighting Murat Gassiev at some point. Murat Gassiev versus Martin Bakole was supposed to be happening. We know, well, I know for a fact that talks were underway for that one. Quite what happened, I don't know. Did Martin Bakole want too much money? Did Gassiev want too much money? It can only be over money as to why the fight didn't happen, right? But either way, Otto Wallin has got his chance to have a big name player, if you like, on his resume if he defeats Murat Gassiev. He does. Murat Gassiev, of course, only one loss when he lost to Oleksandr Usyk, and that was in the World Boxing Super Series, wasn't it? So, anyway, we'll have to wait and see how Otto Wallin does with him. Number 10, David Adley. That's a little high for somebody who's only had 12 fights, firstly. And second of all, he hasn't beaten anybody. Well, he hasn't, has he? So number 10 is a bit high, but we know about the WBO bias when it comes to Queensberry, as they are with Top Rank, okay? Is what it is. If you can do it, do it. But David Adley looks like he's going to be taking on Fabio Wardley next. We know that negotiations are underway between them two. The purse bid was supposed to have happened about a week or so ago. They asked for an extension because they're going to come to a deal without the need of a purse bid. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with David Adley and Fabio Wardley in that fight. Other than that, no fights have been made, unfortunately. What's going to happen with Andy Ruiz Jr. next? Don't know. Frank Sanchez? Don't know. Joseph Parker? Don't know. Ajit Kabiel? Don't know. Arsenal Makhmadov? Don't know. Justice Huni? I think he's actually got a fight date now. He was supposed to have fought a couple of weeks ago, but he got pulled out. Did he have an injury or something? I forget what the reason was. But either way, that's top 15 for the WBO. Now you're updated. Drop your thoughts below about it. Click thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed. As I said, it's free. It's brilliant. Make sure you do that. Anyway, catch you next video.